What's up, guys? Looney here, and I want to go ahead and start off on a good note. Some amazing news slash thing just happened, and it happened yesterday. I finally got a partnership with my channel. Uh, for the life of me, this is embarrassing. I can't remember the network name. It's a new network, I think, and it was really easy. I just kind of applied, and then like a couple hours, or I'll say 12 hours later, I got sent an invite to join the network, and I was like, yes. So there's that. That's the big news. That's been a big goal of mine for a while now, and I finally got it, and it's really good. If you guys will hold on just 1 second, let me pause or mute my mic, close my door. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Anyway, if you guys are wondering what this video is, this is a tuning tutorial slash guide slash whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna show you guys how I tune. Now, I know I've already done that, but I haven't shown you how I troubleshoot and how I start a tune or anything like that. So I'm gonna do that in this video, and hopefully it'll help some of you guys out, and maybe you can take something from this video and apply it to your tunes. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and get this disclaimer out of the way. What works for me might not work for you. So you might take my tune for this car and absolutely hate it, and that's fine, because there's many different ways to tune. There is no right way per se, but the way I tune, I think is closest to how they would do it in real life. So, and it feels really well to me. I do get understeer sometimes, and it's pretty ridiculous when I do get it. So I just go ahead and get that out of the way. But alright, let's get started. I'm gonna tune this car. I tuned it with Project D tires. But I tuned it with Project D tires mainly because I didn't feel like installing Ryan's tires, but I did that earlier, and now we're going to install his tires. Running 500 horsepower, so let's go with the 215s by 245s, and steering wheel. It's called a steering wheel. One of them are steering wheels. Can I zoom in? No. I had to reinstall rFactor, so I don't have the zoom in feature for some reason. It's like broken. Wheel. Do I want blue one? Oh, that's pretty. I like that. Let's go with the blue. But you guys can just kind of see my upgrades. I mean, I try not to go overboard on the power. And yeah, as you see, this UI or interface allows me to see the mass of the car, which is 2,700 pounds. It's not that heavy. I think 500 horsepower is a little underpowered, but it's nothing crazy. So I just left it at that. If I really wanted to, I could go to 600, but I don't think that's necessary unless it's a really big track. So there is that. So a track that I always like to start my tunes on is Kamakazi. Now, it's a flat track, so therefore you can learn how to get the grip out of the car, and what's the word I'm looking for? Learn how to get the grip out of the car, and learn how to get it stable. There we go. So that's what this track's probably going to help you with your car with. After this track, we're going to move to a different track, and that should where this track's flat and just perfectly smooth, there's some things on different tracks that might fuck with your tune. So you got to go to like 2 or 3 tracks that are all different and get the tune right and perfect for everywhere, so it's like an overall tune. Now, just recently as in like I want to say 20 minutes ago, I figured out that Ryan's tires tire pressure. Okay, with Ryan's tires, the tire pressure plays a big role. I should have said that. But yeah, it plays a big role, and those aren't right at all. What do I want to run? I usually run the Bridgestone Potenzas or the Yokohama Advans right after these. I think the 8008Rs, or I sometimes run the Toyo Proxys R1Rs, depending on what the car needs. If it needs more grip, then we go with the Bridgestone Potenzas or the 8008Rs, which are these. If it needs less grip, then we'll go with the Proxys R1Rs. But on most cars I run these, so now you know that. I always run a 68-70 by 130. Brake pressure, it allows the brakes never to lock up. Like, they don't lock up at all for me. And the way I have them set up, sometimes when I tap the brake, if I need it to, the rear end will kick itself out, and that really helps sometimes. So there's that. I always run a 50-50 weight distribution. I always run the max steering like I can, unless there's that little steering light glitch where the wheel like twitches back and forth, and it's really fucking annoying. I've heard some people say you want to run the highest preload you can. I run 2 on every car. I know on the ISM FRS you can go to 10, but I think 2 feels really good no matter how high you go. Also on turbo cars like RB26, SR20, 1J, 2J, 100 zero diff with 0 pump, and on a V8, anything with a V8 is 100 diff. No downforce ever. I hate the way that downforce feels. And this is more or less kind of a bass tune. Probably gonna change it a little bit because the tires are different now. Let's see if the pressure I just had on my S13 works for this, because it's the same tires, but it might not. So we'll find out. Everything else seems good. Drop that a bit. Okay. Also, always after you make an adjustment, save, just in case your game crashes or something. Excuse me, I'm burping. I can't help it. Oh my gosh. But I never run any tow. You can run tow, but you have to do a whole bunch of other stuff with your tune to get the speed you might want out of it. So I just really don't mess with tow because it's just a pain in the ass. So this is my bass tune. I'm gonna probably mute my mic when I drift so you don't hear my wheel, and then I'll come back on, tell you what I felt. Like I'll do a whole lap, come back on the mic, tell you what I felt, what was wrong, and then come back and try and fix it. Tuning is just a troubleshooting process. You try things and you see what works and see what doesn't, and then after enough of doing that, you get your car dialed in perfectly. So I'm gonna go ahead and go for the first run here,
rFactor is enabled,
and I'll be back after that. Okay, from what I felt during that run, let's go ahead and get rid of this so there isn't a lot of noise. From what I felt during that run, what is this? Oh, I know what it did. Close in rFactor. Where's my mouse? Mouse is not showing. Let's just click start.
rFactor is enabled.
And then press escape. Okay, there we go. There's my mouse. Alright, there we go. Sorry, that was a technical difficulty that it's just in. But that run was not the best as well because I was getting a ton of frame rate. DX Story just wrecks my frame rate. There goes freaking Facebook in the background. But DX Story wrecks my frame rate. I don't know what it is. I did the best I could, and I think that was an alright run. But from what I felt with the wheel, oh, by the way, this car's physics are kind of iffy on transitions. The wheel doesn't smooth. It's like twitchy. And I wasn't prepared for that until the first transition. I was like, okay, now I got it. And then after that, I was good. But that doesn't matter. Anyway, what I felt, oh, and by the way, the pressure, let me explain how pressure works. Okay, so you want your rear end to be stable, right? You don't want it going all over the place. So what you want to get your rear end to do is be stable. And tire pressure affects how the tires heat up and where they heat up at first. So if it's a low tire pressure, the outside of the tires is going to heat up quicker than the inside of the tire, like the middle of it. You want that because that's going to make your car stable. So if the middle of your tire is heating up faster than the outside and inside is, then lower your tire pressure, probably like 1 psi or maybe even 0.5 psi. Don't go crazy because you don't need to. But you want the front to kind of have responsiveness, and tire pressures I don't think really affects grip. But you want your front end to have responsiveness, so you want it to be like sketchy, you could say. but don't. That's not a good word because that sounds like it's going to be all over the place and unsmooth. But you get the point. Basically, you want the front to do the same thing, but not as much. You don't want your front to be as stable because you want your front end to have responsiveness. And if you have it too stable, there won't be any responsiveness, and you really can't put your car in spots where you want to put it because you don't have that responsiveness to do so. But that's tire pressure in a nutshell. Oh, and you kind of want the middle to heat up a bit quicker or at the same rate the inside and outside of the tire does. So raise the tire pressure. Anyway, from what I felt, I was getting a little bit of understeer in the big corner, so we'll add some camber. I don't think I should do that. Okay. I always do my rebound. I never go below 8, front or rear, it doesn't matter. And I always do my bump half of what my rebound is. So rebound's 12, do a bump of 6. I never use Packers, although they are in this car because I can't go down for some reason because it's stupid. I don't think Packers really affects much, but you know, whatever. I don't use them anyway. And on this car, I don't really feel a difference, so I don't really know what they do exactly. So, we'll go down to 3.6 and drop this and raise this, and we'll save it, and we shall see how it goes. I'm getting site messages like crazy. I had someone looking at a replay for me. Am I in first gear? I am. That's the problem. Okay, so I'm going to do this run, and I'll be back. Okay, some quick things I can say about this car is I do not like what it does with my wheel when it transitions. Like, when it transitions, it's not smooth at all, and it's just really fucking with me, especially with the frame rate. So that one mistake I had was because the wheel was doing weird shit. Like, you have to have like constant force on the wheel. Like, your hand has to be touching it and providing a little resistance for the transition to be smooth, and it's really weird. And I won't say I like it because I don't. But let me go ahead and do that so we don't have to hear that. What I felt then was pretty good. The only thing I can say is transitions, and you can't really fix that because it's just how the car was made. But from what I felt, oh, and I always run 9 caster because it gives me the snappiest transitions possible. Anyway, the tire pressure is working, by the way. If you guys were paying attention to I don't know if it was up, I think it was. If you were paying attention to the tires, the way they heated up, they were doing it correctly, I think. I didn't see the front. I didn't pay attention to the front that time, but I think they're doing it right. Anyway, it actually felt fine there, so I think we're good here. It felt really good. I didn't really push max angle because I've only got 55 degrees of lock, and I've been drifting cars at 65 degrees of lock, and it's a big jump down. So I don't really want to go max angle because I don't exactly remember what 55 degrees of lock is capable of pulling back angle wise, so I just didn't really go for angle or max angle. So we're done here. We're gonna head to a different track. Hopefully I won't get as much frame rate, I hope. You can really choose any track. Try and choose a track that's kind of bumpy, you know, has some hills. And I think YZ West would be a great track for that. And it's kind of small, so hopefully I won't get frame rate. And we'll go in here, load the tune from Kamakazi, and load it. Where is it at? There it is. And test it here.
Enabled.
Oh, if you're wondering how I do my gears, let me explain that real quick. I want to use third gear for everywhere possible. Fourth gear for really big corners. So I always tune my gears to where I'm at least on the rev limiter, but not tapping it, where I'm close to it. You know, 500 RPMs off or so. I want to be close to it like at all times, and want to be able to pick up from low RPM, from like 2,000 RPM, 2,500 RPM. I want to be able to pick up. No turbo lag. I hate turbo lag. That's why I can't drift cars with SR20s and things. Well, I mean, I can, but I really don't like to, because you have to clutch kick so much and do so much work, and it's just a pain in the ass. So I hate fucking turbo lag. I hate it. Alright. It ain't too bad here. So I'm going to do this run, and I'll be back in just a second. Okay, from what I felt just then, I was actually still getting some pretty bad understeers, so we gotta fix that. Okay, drop this down, lose some front grip. Oh, let me explain this real quick. Going up increases rear grip, going down on this decreases front grip. It's like, it's backwards. So you up this for more rear grip, you up this for more front grip. It's backwards. Anyway, we'll do that. We'll add some more camber. We'll actually raise the car a bit because I think it's scraping pretty hard. And we'll try this.
Real field is enabled.
So, be right back. Alright, from what I felt just then, it actually felt a lot better. The understeer wasn't as bad, but it's still there a little bit. But that's good, because it keeps you on your toes, and it makes you kind of turn in a bit, and, you know, make the car go where you want it to go. But still, I think it's a little too much. Like, you always want a little bit of understeer, but nothing crazy. So, I'm going to go 4 on the camber. That should fix it. And we are done here. I'm not going to test it because I'm confident in my ability to know what the fuck I'm doing. Okay, basically, I'm an asshole. So we're going to go to one more track. Let's go somewhere kind of big. Let's look at the track list and see if we can think of a track. Somewhere kind of big. Where shall we go? Nah, let's not go there. Let's go to Long Beach. That doesn't really dial in the fourth gear though. Road Atlanta. Yeah, we'll go to Road Atlanta. Nah, it's a long drive to the. No, don't want to do it. Irwindale's really big. Do I have enough horsepower? I don't have enough horsepower for Irwindale. I might for New Jersey though. Let's go ahead. Let's head to New Jersey. Now I'm not gonna lie, I haven't driven this track in a while, and I'm not a big fan of it. So I don't know how this is gonna go. Just throwing that out there. So hopefully I didn't fail earlier, because I think I might have had my mic muted the whole time I was talking, and then unmuted it when I started to do drifting, and then muted it again. Hopefully I didn't fail that hard, but if I did, I'll probably put in some. I'll probably just record me talking and then put it in there. That's probably what happened. Hopefully I'm not that big of an idiot though. So R34 and
Real field is enabled.
this is gonna. I'm still always leaving a gear. All right, so I'll be right back. Alright, well from that run I could tell I haven't driven this track in a while and I'm terrible at it, so just do another run, see if I can get that wall outside better. Because I got the last couple clips pretty good, so see if I can just do this first part better, do one more run. That time I did too much angle, so let's try it again. I'll get it. I haven't driven this track in so long. It's just a matter of getting the right spot to enter at. So one more time. Okay, that was a terrible exit, but yeah, a bit of a better run, I guess you could say. I just really don't drift this track. I got understeer on the first part, it kind of straightened me up really pretty fucking hard, and it's pretty bad. But fourth gear, the reason I was coming here is just to get my gears right, and fourth gear seems to be long enough, so we're just gonna go with that. And now this car is basically tuned. Nothing else needs to be changed. It's good to go. So that's that. That's the end of the tuning guide. It's probably gonna be a couple. I'll probably divide this up into parts. So if there's 2 parts, 3 parts, be sure you like them all and that good stuff. If it helped you, and this car looks really good. I can't even lie. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought. Let me know if it helped you. Let me know what you think about my tuning style. And oh yeah, I got a partnership. Woo! Partnership. Yeah, I like pie. That's it. Like, subscribe, comment, do all that stuff. Bye. Thanks for watching. I love you. And all your gubbins.